Hey everybody, welcome to Toy Chats here on the Nerd Dungeon YouTube network. It is I, Drake Dad, and I'm with my two co-hosts with the mostest, Smitty Rock and King Bob. And today's guest is one that has definitely solidified herself as a cornerstone within the designer toy community. Here's why I say this. Because her sandwich posts have made her the sandwich queen. And she's a huge collector of designer toys, probably akin to Smitty Rock. It is Yessie.
No.
Welcome, Yessie.
I was going to say, I'm pretty certain she trumps him by like a lot.
No.
Maybe. Yessie, how you doing today?
Kind of confused me with Skadoots.
Oh, I did? My bad.
Yeah.
See, look, that's my fault.
I love Skadoots.
Those sandwiches are freaking amazing. Like, I want to eat them. And, like, I don't like half, like, a couple of things, like cheese. I would take the cheese off of it. But, like, 90%
You're mixing up Skadoots and Yessie.
Yeah, it happens, dude. It's an okay thing. Mr. Smitty Rock, I apologize.
I love Skadoots.
And I love Smitty. And I love you. And I love Bob. Bob, I'm loving the bald head. I'm feeling it.
This side of the screen is perfect. I don't know about up here.
Oh, now we're trash talking. I love it. So, Yessie, I want to know what got you into collecting designer toys?
Depression.
Really? Okay.
Seriously, I needed it. And in all honesty, that's how it went. I needed an outlet. I was going through a lot at one point, and I managed to find a way to make myself feel better by buying things.
Retail therapy.
Exactly. And along the way, I've gotten to meet a whole lot of people, got to know a lot of different artists, different backgrounds, like just learned so much that now it's like, I don't need it for that. I do it for liking it, for the people, the experience.
That's amazing, because I think hearing that, like, my heart goes out to you, because depression is really not something that anybody can ever really shake. Like, anybody could like throw a stone at for glass houses, because we've all gone through it. I know I have gone through it myself. These two gentlemen have been by my side through it, as well as the lovely woman that's sitting in that room. If it wasn't for them and her and very select other people, this show, her guidance and everybody pushing me is what, kind of brought this back. And this is why we do what we do. And yeah, I definitely can agree with you that, finding that outlet, granted, retail therapy is not always great, but the fact that it led you down a path of a positive thing, which is awesome. So who was the first person you bought from? Like, I'm curious. Like, so who was the first designer that you bought that got you into this rabbit hole?
So as a typical collector, my first kind of introduction was Funko in 2013. And at that point, I was also hitting like a lot of like local conventions and checking out things in that sense, because I'm an avid Batman fan, so I wanted to collect like Batman things and checking things out and whatever. And the first designer artist that I came across was Playful Gorilla, Alex.
Shout out to Alex.
Ever since then, it's just been shout out to Alex, because without him, I probably wouldn't be where I'm at.
I mean, yeah, he's a hell of a great guy. I have a very big heart when it comes to Alex, and I talk to him on the regular. Like, after Smitty introduced me to the community, I felt very flattered to actually get to meet him and speak with him on a personal level. and I kind of got to meet everybody else in that community as well, including yourself, only through the chats and watching you a few times moderate streams. But you are a character on there. Like, you really have, like, I want to be very honest. Like, they look to you like Mama Bear sometimes on there. Like, Smitty's nodding his head like yes. So what kind of graduated you to that role?
And knowing them and that they need an extra push on occasion.
I believe that. I believe it. We all need a push, politely. I think we all.
Need a
My wife
ringleader,
would be
yes.
the first one. Somebody has to be the face, and she happens to be the face of the community. I like that. That's like an awesome, feeling, because like Alex said in the streams, like Alex and Fett were like, "Yo, she gets on top of it. She knows it. She knows who's gonna do what when it comes to the bids. She knows who said this, who did this, and you take meticulous notes. Bless your heart for watching that chat stream."
Oh, that's when I have like 3 different setups at one time. I have my laptop so I can actually see the comments. I have like my tablet for streaming purposes, then like my phone for backup.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a whole production.
I like it though. Like, it's something that you like. Look what you found as a niche to help you like kind of go that route. That's so dope.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever wanted to design something working with in the community, like working with the community as you do?
I've kind of thought about it here and there, but I'm better off with helping facilitate your ideas better than coming up with my own.
Oh, I like that. I'm kind of the same way. I can't draw. Like, Alex made fun of me because when he was on the show like 2 weeks ago, he laughed at me where he was like, "What? You can't draw a stick figure, Dre?" I was like, "No, I can't draw a stick figure. I get a straight line. It looks all crooked. The legs look all mismatched." And he's like, "Man, practice. You get better." You know how he is. He motivates you. He'll be like, "Yo, just practice. You get better. You can do it." And I was like, "Nah, bro.
For sure.
I'm not me." But I understand how he thinks it definitely works. So you fell into the fatal trap that was Funko. And I say that because I think every collector has fallen into that trap. I myself fell into that trap.
No.
Bob is not even in that. What's that to the left of him? That's nothing. I
don't have one or two of them. I've got about 400 of them.
I know he's only got a couple hundred. Yeah.
Right. I mean, come see me when you have a storage.
Oh,
I'm good on that.
Oh, my heart. That was dope. She said, "Come see me." I felt that was an old school rock. Bring it. I love it.
No, and
that's how I first met. Yes,
really?
It was at a Jersey Funko meetup. We're at a meetup at one of the guys here in South Jersey's place. That was dope, the first time I met her.
Yeah, that's when I used to travel a lot.
So wait, you're East Coast? Obviously, I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah.
Because I'm stupid if I didn't know that, but I'm just wondering, like, because I know you live relatively close to that group, right? To New York.
I live in Jersey.
Oh, you live in Jersey? Okay, because I'm Charlotte, but originally from the Bronx, so I know my whole New York area.
Well, I lived in Jacksonville for some time, so.
Oh, cool. So now that I'm gonna just retrace this. So you've got into Funko, and you now have a storage facility. And I'm just like, I say that, and my brain just thinks of Super Gabby from the Major Wrestling Podcast that has 3 storage units full of wrestling toys. And I'm just like, my mind gets boggled. When did you feel that you collected too much, or is that just the safe place to keep your collection?
Oh no, I've collected way too much over time. Again, I got into this because of being in a bad place. So retail therapy was just how it ended up going. And believe it or not, I'm not a completionist. I'll collect what I like and that's it.
That's awesome. And I like that because I think when I got into Funko, I definitely was a completionist. Like if I got the line, I had to get like when the Endgame Funko Pops came out at GameStop. I remember, Lord help me, this was back I think in late 2017 or 2018 because I was dating my wife, and she laughed at me because I bought like $120 worth of Funko Pops. Like the bags from GameStop were like that big, and I only was missing one.
Mhm.
And I remember I was like so mad, and I went to eBay to try to pick up I think it was Nebula I was missing, and I ended up paying like through the nose to get Nebula, and I was so mad. And I like shortly after that I was like, I can't do this anymore. Like I can't collect like Funko. Just I felt like I went too far down the rabbit hole, and there were other things I was into at the time. And now my collection is so different. Has your collecting habits changed over the time since you've been collecting when you started Funko, or did you still stay with Funko?
No, it's definitely changed, especially since I find Funko to be very just like level and not much changes.
Mm-hmm.
And now now knowing so much more and seeing so much more, you appreciate more.
I agree with you. I definitely like when I look at like Playful's piece, which is sitting right here on top of my Xbox. I love to show it because it's a great piece. Me, Bob, and Smitty have this, and I look at it and it's just like it's different. Nothing else I have on my desk looks like that.
Nothing else.
Honey, but Ghosty also.
Yeah, shout out to Ghosty. And you know, you gotta love this community. Like I think that this community has been so inviting and so welcoming that I've never understood how great it was to be a part of this. And you know, I myself I've avoided the black hole that the rabbit hole I should say, or the black hole of collecting that Bob has been consumed.
Come on down here, man. We got cookies, we got fruit snacks, we got a little bit of everything.
I know, but it's the wife is what see the wife's got me. You know those like those things you put your dog on in the yard. Yeah, that, like you get like where you can like run out to a little bit and then like you get yanked back. That's me. It's like, oh wow, look at this! I go, and I'm like, yeah, can't go that way. So and I have to, and I'm glad she helps rein me in because I wouldn't rein myself in.
No,
because y'all know before her how bad I was.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Again,
hey, Bob, you remember me.
Storage unit.
I mean, I'm kind of to the point where I can start off with probably a small one. A little 5x5 and work my way up.
I probably could easily do one and remove a couple of the piles in my apartment.
Well, I mean, in
my
bedroom, I've got one wall is 20 by 15, nothing but pops. Floor to ceiling, about 3/4 of the way across the wall. I've got this right here, which is probably about 50. Not to mention, I collect these little bastards.
Handmade by Robot. Shout out to them because they're coming on the show.
I collect these. I got about 30 of those on my shelf. I've got my Funko sodas, which I'm approaching 100 of. Got my autographs.
You really don't even know.
I mean, just by this, it's pretty tame. But you go down the hallway in the bedroom, yeah, it's a mess.
I mean, and that's the thing that I think we all have fallen on that road.
Oh yeah, and Funko makes it easy because they're $10-15 a piece.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas trying to be a completionist on a custom artist level, you're talking 50, 100, $200 a piece. That's a little harder to be a completionist on. At least for me, it is. I mean, I don't. I have my hand in a bunch of different collections. All of them are expensive. I mean, autographs for me are $100 a pop. More than that sometimes. Comic books are another one, which is cheap, but you buy them in bulk, you're still spending a lot of money each week.
Yep, that's the truth. I think we've all. Have you ever thought about Yessie, like leaving a collection part of the collection or selling the collection to go a different route?
Yes, constantly. I'm just lazy to do it.
Well, if you ever need any help, we will gladly help you out.
100%. Just I'm stupid lazy to do it. I don't want to go through my storage. I don't see it. I forget about it. It doesn't exist until conversations arise and.
Oh, Dre's fault.
Well, hey, I accept. Honestly, I accept the blame on this one because I think that's really, for me, when my wife first met me and I was living with roommates and these guys knew, I literally had 17 or 18 crates of the 40 plus gallon that was just full of Funko Pops, statue boxes, comic books, manga, video games, the whole nine. I went down the whole gambit. And once my little one came, my whole life changed, and I started selling off stuff. And now I've been narrowing my collection even further down, and I like it. I like minimalizing it to it still looks like a lot, but it's the pieces I want. And I'm completing a set that I know once I'm done, it's done. I don't have to be like, oh, Funko's made a variant of this guy that I need to get because I can't do that no more to myself. I did that with Miles Morales. I did that with Spider-Man. And I was like, nope, can't do that no more with those Funkos because they made 20 different varieties and you got to go get this one or Dragon Ball Z. It's just, what I'm saying? It's a lot.
Oh. And you guys have heard me say that was one of the reasons why I was backing out of Funko is, for me, it was the connection to the artists and their appreciation of the support you're giving them by getting their pieces. But I mean, I always say Yessie is the one who introduced me to all of that because I want to say it was the 2018 NYCC where I met up with you before the doors opened and you got me onto the convention floor early and introduced me to Bun.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And that was my introduction to, custom artists was Bud and his stickers. And then, learning about Alex and Fett and then starting to follow them. So, yeah, I mean, I've kind of...
I've had deja vu here.
Yes, he kind
I
of...
did all this with Bun, then with Alex, then with Fett, then with Ghosty. This whole conversation, this whole channel is just a reboot of Smitty.
Literally, Smitty is trying to replicate it with us.
Yes,
I kid you not. It's the same thing. Literally, he introduced Bob and I to Bun.
Yeah,
and
that was first.
In 2018,
on my desk.
In 2018, my wife and I went to GalaxyCon. No, it was 2019. We went, and we met Bun, and I dropped, and you can see I got some of his artwork actually right there on the wall. I got 3 of his posters right here. I got a bunch of his stickers. Smitty even bought me more of his stickers. Then I met Alex. Alex sent me a ton of stuff. Then I met Ghosty, got some stuff from Ghosty. And Bob, the only thing was he got Bob hook, line, and seeker. Me, it was more like I had to pause. I had to pump as he breaks.
My cards. I got another case and a half coming. Hopefully tomorrow or the next day. I got the Ghosty bundle pins coming.
Yeah, that's a nice bundle. That was
It
a very
is.
nice bundle he posted.
I mean, thank God I can eat cheap because I can buy more collectibles.
That's kind of
See,
the way it goes,
I'm
isn't it?
very,
Yeah.
I'm kind of very selective on what I buy. I will support all of them. I will share. I will post. I will tell anybody and their mama, like, you need to check this out. As far as buying things, I'm like, yo, I need to chill. I need to take a step back.
I'm trying to take a step back, but unfortunately, I got Smitty just, I
He
feel
pulls
like
them in.
I feel like the little kid in an amusement park. Smitty
Hey, did
has
you see this?
the
Did you see-
backpack, and there's a leash on my wrist. I'm trying to stay put. He's pulling me. That's how I feel. But it's all good. I mean, I don't mind supporting or buying or sharing or whatever I have to do to help support people. As long as I got food for myself, food for the dogs, gas in the car, and rent paid. The rest of that I ain't worried about.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think that's one of the great things about this community. The support doesn't have to be always monetarily.
Yeah.
Like one of the cool things is it's the actual things that I see you do, Yessie. Like when you're in the chat and you're like modding, and like you said, like you'll go on social media and be like, hey, go check this out, and go check this out, go check this person out. Go, like, they put this sale up, and like I've seen, because I follow you on Instagram, you do the same thing, and I like that. I think that, especially in a time and place where prices for even just going to getting a Marvel Legend is now $24 at Target, or WWE Elite is like $23, in a place where people want to save their money or they're not looking to spend a whole lot, being able to nitpick exactly what you want to get and showcasing the artists that you do that are getting the pieces you have, I think that's awesome. And I like that that's where, like, like you said, you have specific artists that you buy from. Like, who are some of the top artists that you like to buy from that you have pieces of in the house? Besides Alex, obviously, that got you into this.
Listen, that's a loaded question. We don't ask me that question. I plead the fifth.
Okay, so Booze and Buddies, I'm sorry.
Would be upset with her if she said this one was more important than that one.
Yeah, for sure. Honestly, in all honesty, I think I have at least one piece from just about everybody in some way, shape, or form. Whether it's a sticker, which is a poster, whether it's a custom, whatever.
All right, respect. I like that, and I like this. You're the second guest to ever really be like, "Nah, plead the fifth." And I respect that, because hey, sometimes you got to. I know how it is, especially in a group as large as Booze and Buddies is. And hey, respect that we're gonna have, I think, everybody from Booze and Buddies on the show at some point on here. So everybody from there is gonna be coming their way through here. So that's another definitely awesome thing to be having. So I'm curious, do you collect, besides the designer toys and besides Funko, is there anything else you collect that has like a big, like, I don't want to say hold on the, because it makes it sound like it's like almost like it's a drug, like it got you. But what else do you collect?
Yeah, I mean, it basically does. Pins.
I know, it really does. I think about it. It's like, I got my comic books and my toys.
Well, see, like, my collection first started with like Batman and Batwoman, because I'm an avid Batwoman fan. So I have all the comics, all the trades, anything and possibly I could find of Batwoman, I would have. Then it went down the Funko line. Then it went down like original art pieces, like custom art, even if it was like like redone characters or whatever, but it was an original piece by somebody specific. Then it turned into pins. Then it turned into designer toys. Like it's a little bit of everything.
That's cool. That's a little smorgasbord. You got like a little bit of column A, a little bit of column B, with some sides of C and D. I get it. I get it. I think,
and
I'm
what
glad
I
you
really
got
enjoy about it all, like I said, at some point in time, yeah, all of them do custom figures or toys or whatever, but they also do small things for the average person to be able to collect. And you are still able to show your support that way.
Oh, of course. Like if it's a pack of stickers for like $5 to $10, you know, or a pin for, you know, $8 or $10, you know.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
shout
it's
out,
something. And it still gives you something to talk about.
shout out to Ghosty.
I can't show you my stickers because they're adhered to the desk that this computer's on. But I have stickers from a lot of the Funko community. You know, channels that I support, channels that I follow. But you know, I have my button stickers on here. I've got Ghosty and Playful on there. You know,
Hicks Temple.
and this is something that people that come in here that they look at it. What the hell is this? I can go down the line here and show them. You know, this is a cool YouTuber. This is a cool YouTuber. This is stuff like that. I mean, that's the cool part about a sticker is it's cheap, but if you show it to someone, talk about it,
It gets a conversation going, yeah.
Exactly.
And it definitely, for you, like you said, it brought about friendship.
Yeah.
And I think that's awesome. It's a great conversation starter.
Yeah.
Like right now, the closest thing I have to me, I have nothing but Magic Monster stickers.
Oh, yeah.
That she managed to give me like massive amounts of them, along with like a figure that I bought.
That's cute.
Oh, it's so cute.
The Norwal. That's a nice one.
That is a nice one.
And I even got a pin, so it's a little bit of everything.
Oh, that pin looks dope.
That was a crazy pin she did.
Yeah. Shout out to Magic Monster. I know when you get busy on a couple of when you finish calming down on some of your projects, we want to get you on the show.
Magic was Magic was one of these surprise things of artists that came out of nowhere with the Miscast show.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I had never seen her, but I mean, her stuff, I'm like in awe of, like her drawings and her figures.
It's really cool stuff. Just like the art style is just very unique, and I like it. Like almost, it reminds me of like a little bit of like Rob Zombie style, like when he did Astro Train. I think was it Astro Train 3000. Never gonna stop, yeah. The old original Edge opening song. The video for it was like that Rob Zombie style artwork, and then her art kind of has some elements of like that with the colors, and I really like it.
I mean, but yeah, I mean, if I'm reaching right by me,
here's the flex
comparison. You know, I've got. I've got a Fixed Temple sticker pack, and then I've got a set of DIY cards.
Yep.
Which is something I got Bob into, which was his gateway into the creatives.
Yeah, I can't wait to get my goal, and Smitty knows this because we talked about it on the stream where I was opening these cards. Is my goal is to just send one to as many people as I can, and have I don't know if I want to pick one character and just have a different representation of that, or to say here's a card, go wild. Either way.
I would go
Yeah.
wild. That's what I would do.
Yeah, I think it's best like having one character and having it in different styles is great and all, but when you can showcase an actual artist's art, the way that they do their own work is, I think it's more special that way.
100% agree with you. That's what I would do if I was doing that. Like, I'd be like, hey, like Ninjito's, I love his artwork. Like his style is just awesome. And he'd be one, like, I'd love to have like a card done by him, and then Alex's style is definitely akin to the stuff I like. So I'd love to see that. Ghosty, I like that cute little Ghosty. I'd love to see something like that, and have like everybody that has been on the show. And I think that's something I would like to do. Eventually get a DIY card for every artist that has come on the show and just put it in a frame. To be like, most of this year has been dedicated to the creative. So I'd like to show them the same respect and put their cards in a frame to show like when we had them on with the date and who it was. So I think that's cool.
That's actually a really cool idea. Because then even the good thing about that whole project in general, with the DIY cards, with the collab cards and everything, is that you can have other people that are not part of that be part of it. Like you can
Very
go
true.
to your favorite comic artist and be like, here, can you do a one-off for me, whatever the price is? And it's so much more special.
You're so right. It's like, it's one of those things I wish. It's like, hey man, I wish I could go see J. Scott Campbell, because J. Scott Campbell is by far one of my favorite comic book artists, probably of all time, tied with Jim Lee and Alex Ross. Like, I think those are like some of the best artists I've ever seen in my life. And I have like, I think one thing signed. I have an art book signed by J. Scott Campbell that one of my very closest friends from childhood got me for Christmas several years ago. And like, it's just gorgeous because I love the artwork. But you're right. It's like, it's his artwork. It's not, him taking Batman and drawing in Batman and then, or Captain America or Spider-Man, who I like. It's his characters that he created for his comic book on the cover. So I guess I want to ask this question, because you're the third person in this panel of speakers here that's a diehard Batman fan. So I'm going to have to ask a few Batman questions of you. Who is the best Batman of all time?
Oh, that's a loaded question.
It is, but it gives us it gives us chat talk. The guys in the chat are like, I've been popping in and out. I love them to be like, what did she say? What did he say?
I mean, it really just depends on your representation of Batman, because each one has been played so differently. None of them go back to the same kind of story. So, but if I have to pick one, I pick Keaton. Like, you have to.
Liz says close third is Bale.
Yeah,
Bale would be a close third.
And Keaton.
Right now,
you got Adam West, Keaton, Batfleck.
I don't like Batfleck. I don't like Batfleck. I despise Batfleck.
Ay, Manuelo. I'm dead.
I just didn't like it. I don't know. I didn't like him as I'd rather have George Clooney.
Oh God. Bat nipples? Really?
Yeah.
Bat nipples?
Yeah.
No.
I'd much rather have bat nipples.
Oh my goodness. Babe. Bat nipples. Yes, it was. The bat suit had nipples on it. I love her face because she's not into this stuff a lot. So she'll like, when I say, she's like, it's a thing. And I was like, yeah, bat nipples. Pew, pew. No, but like Batfleck, you didn't like him? I really liked Batfleck.
No.
Like he did such
Kelly.
a good
Batfleck was
job.
boring.
Yeah,
I said it.
our toy chats are.
I felt
We bring in
I
YouTubers.
felt like he
and
was just
collectors.
like very bleh.
All right, we're gonna pause this because I want to address what Kelly said. Kelly, welcome to Toy Chats. Since this is your first time and you just stumbled across us, which I'm glad you just stumbled across us. We are
Hello,
a group
Kelly.
exactly. We are just a group of fans of talking about toys, and we usually bring in artists, collectors, YouTubers, artists, whatever fandom or version of art you want to think of, and we talk about what they're into, and if they're into toy collecting, which our girl Yessie here is one of the established foundations within a creative group of artists that we are all three fans of, and we kind of just sit and talk about it.
And then we like to stir the chat up.
I'm going
with
to a
loaded
tangent
questions.
about bat nipples.
Exactly, and we go into a tangent about bat nipples. I mean, it happens. We are not a family-friendly show. We are friendly and we are family, like Alex said, but we are not family-friendly.
But yeah, and the side spirals that come off of our chats can be crazy.
And they're usually the stuff of legend. Like they are definitely the stuff that we've talked about in group chats on our several group chats that we have. Because like my friends will message me and be like, "Dre, did you guys really talk about?" I'm gonna get to talk tomorrow. They're gonna be like, "Did you really talk about bat nipples?" And go pew pew, and I'm gonna be like, "Yes, I did. Yes, I did." Ghosty, how dare you talk about Batfleck is for the birds of prey?
All right, being the fourth best Batman is like being it's not really a thing to hang your hat on.
Exactly.
I'm just saying, Batfleck is number 4 at the very least. I'm sure there's a voiceover artist somewhere in the world that's better than Batfleck. So we can push.
And Liz,
him
this is why we're
down the line.
friends. Liz said it best. She says, "Ben is better than George in my opinion, but everyone is entitled to their opinion and has reasoning for it." That is true.
I mean, George Clooney does look weird as Bruce Wayne and Batman.
So did what's his face? Val Kilmer.
Yeah.
No, Kilmer looked good as Bruce Wayne. Batman, not so much.
No, see, Clooney would have. See, if you took the two of them, they could have both been like. Kilmer looked good in the suit for the bat suit, but he looked terrible as Bruce Wayne. If you have Clooney, I think Clooney is a good-looking guy that you can have be a Bruce Wayne, but not be Batman.
But the way that Val and Jim Carrey kind of sized up against each other, Val looked better than Jim, so Val's a better Bruce Wayne. Clooney hiding behind a mask, that's fine. But
the world's most sexiest man, considered by many to be the world's most sexiest man.
But he can't act worth shit.
Yes, he could. The guy won a bunch of Emmys. Wow.
So what?
So Kelly, welcome to Toy Chat. This
won a bunch of Grammys. Does that make them accomplished like musicians? No.
Hey, why you gotta bring in Sync into this?
Exactly. Don't bring in Sync into this, bro. Because the boy bands were awesome. Don't come at me. Yessie came at you first, and I like that she did because I was like, don't go
she
there.
can come at me. She's cool. You just better. I'm gonna pull a Will Smith on you, Dre.
Oh wait, am I gonna go like this? Wait, let me put my hands behind my back. Let me get my chin set. I gotta set it up. Oh,
there you go.
King Bob just smacked the shit out of me on national TV. Sorry, that is, folks. I know that there are memes running around about that on the internet, and it is just. I get that that's what people want to talk about, and I hate it because I gauge everything on what I'm going to call the Smitty detector. Because when Smitty gets to a point, and y'all have to see Smitty's face, he'll hit a point where you're just talking about something so that he is zero. Like if there's a level below zero, minuscule of level of importance to him, he tunes out. And it's like
I don't hide it well. I have no poker face.
He has the RBF, For those that don't know, he has resting bitch face when it comes to that. Like, he don't hide it. I love him, but it's the truth. And Liz says she's dead. I'm sorry. I know, Liz, you love him. I love him too, but it's the truth. Oh, Smitty tune out? No way. So,
All right, Liz.
and then the woman comes at him just like with a ninja, just like stabbing. This is why we love this, because sometimes the chat will dictate how we're going to go with the rest of the night, which I love it, because everybody in this chat is awesome. Oh, no. We've lost our guest. She'll come back. Hey, Liz, I love you. Thank you for saying that, because I like to own when I'm right. I like to own it. When I own it now, I'm right. See, Smitty, your woman says I was right.
Yeah. Once out of how many times?
Hey, I'll take it. With my own woman, she'll tell me. She'll be like, you're right one time. Hey, boo, you want to come over here? I don't know where mommy went to. But hey, it's a funny situation. Let's just put it that way. All right, we have her back.
Yay.
Listen. I'm sorry that Bob insulted NSYNC. You did not have to leave the show for Bob insulting NSYNC. I'm so sorry you left because he insulted NSYNC. Bad Bob. Never insult NSYNC again. They're one of the greatest boy bands.
All right, fine.
This is why I left, because I knew it was coming.
Oh.
Hey, Nadia.
Hey, Nadia, what's up? See, another one of our lovely guests that comes on the show. She's hilarious too. She's actually been on here on the streams with us too. Huge wrestling fan, love her. So, on that tangent that we're gonna try to bring this back to, I know you had said that if you would facilitate an idea, you facilitate ideas better than creating something yourself. Have you ever had an idea of your own that you've wanted to facilitate into something that you like besides Batwoman, or like in a totally original character or a reimagined character?
I've never actually thought about it.
Ooh,
to be
Inception.
honest.
Inception. I'm putting it in your brain now. Even though it's not really your thought, it's my thought in your head.
I mean, I probably should have by now thought of something, but I just don't. I don't see myself in that same level as everybody else. I like the behind the scenes a little bit more, I guess.
I think that makes sense. I think, I happen to feel that way too when I meet an artist. Like, there's no way I can relate to an artist on the level of like where I can say I know what it's like to draw, or I know what it's like to have like that creative like blockage of like not knowing when I want to put something out or if it's good enough, because I don't know how to do those skills. So I can appreciate art for what it is. Like I can appreciate, J. Scott Campbell, and at the same time I can appreciate, like Fett stuff that he puts out, because I put them as both artists, not one better than the other. Their styles are different, but that's what I like about it.
Yeah, but yeah. I mean, and I don't want to speak for you, Yessie, but I mean, your personality is such that, I mean, you make people at ease. So, I mean, and you're on a bunch of streams. I mean, I've seen you get on with Red and Priscilla and just joke around while they're, working on a piece. And the back and forth between you guys is contagious, because, I mean, you guys are just joking back and forth constantly.
Mm-hmm.
And then, but I mean, you're talking about facilitate. I mean, how many of the artists last weekend were you looking out for? Are you all right? Do you need this? Do you know? I mean, you were running as much as those guys were all day.
That's because they don't sit there and think too often to stop and like all right, I'm thirsty. Oh, I gotta go. Like, I should eat something or something. But then I get too motherly.
But see, that's not a bad thing though. I think that as a friend, you know, I think that that's something that everybody falls into that role. You know, I think every friend group or circle has that like mama bear, like female, and then they have like the papa bear, like the two people that I think gravitate to those roles to be like, let me make sure you're okay. Like they're the first, they're so empathetic that they're just like they can read people, and that's a good skill to know what people are thinking before they're going to think it. Like, hey, you look like you're not feeling well. Have you eaten yet? Let's go make sure you go eat. Here's some water. Drink this. And I think that that's something really good. And that's a very good personality trait as a friend that I respect that you have.
At the same time, there's a lot of people that they know themselves so much better than I possibly can. So me thinking I'm helping, I'm just making things worse. So it can go either way.
True. It can. I mean, I've done the same. Like, I've made assumptions about people, and Lord knows that's come back and bitten me in my ass, you know. And I felt like damn, like what the hell was I doing wrong? It's like, oh, like maybe I shouldn't have done that, and I start feeling bad. But you know, I kind of am that type of personality that I'll spring back and I'll be like, well, let this go roll in this direction. So yeah, and like I said, exactly. I didn't realize. Like, I guess this is another question that just popped into my head. How long have you known, since 2018, or is it before that you've known Smitty?
I think since 2018.
Like either early in that year, just towards the end of 17. I mean, because that was my first New York Comic-Con. And I can tell you, walking down an aisle at New York Comic-Con with Yessie is like just, it's crazy, because literally you'll go down an aisle of like six artists on one side. She knows 3 of them. And it's like they all come out, they all give her a hug. It's what's going on? How you been? Da, da, da. And I'm like, how many of these people do you know like that? I was like, and it was my first.
Oh, it used to be so much worse with the Funko collectors.
Wait, so I have to ask, since you lived in Jersey, did you happen to know our boy, the Hebrew Hammer?
No. Oh, yes. I hung out with him a couple of times in San Diego.
Okay. How is he? Like, is he like as a type of person? Because I was always curious. Because he acts one way for YouTube, I feel, when he did YouTube many years ago, and then he had like a different personality, or is it the same?
I don't understand English. ¿Qué?
Oh, tú no puedes entender en inglés. Yo puedo escribir. I can tell you in Spanish. Si tú quieres.
No entiendo español tampoco.
Oh, Nihongo hanashimasu ka? I do speak Japanese.
No.
Parlez-vous français?
Yeah, no.
Parlez-vous italiano?
No. No.
How many ways can I get her to say no, folks?
Well, I mean, that was, how do I want to say? So the first time I met Yessie, it was funny because I was very new to the Funko community too. Or at the time I was very new to it. And the guys that were at the meetup were giving her a hard time about having an IMDb listing.
Whoa. Time out. How do you let that scroll
But it wasn't real.
But
it wasn't real.
But you were in the movie.
What movie? Inquiring mind wants to know.
I was in the Funko movie.
Get out.
Like a random picture. That was it.
Famous.
Now,
It
look, you're
wasn't
famous.
even anything serious. So then after that, they decided to make me a IMDb.
Oh, look at this. Folks, I got a legit celebrity. I ain't never been in a movie. Not one I can talk about openly.
I'm sorry, I had to do it. I had to.
Smitty, no, dude. I mean, like, I feel like I got to break out the professional mic now and be like, excuse me, miss. So inquiring minds want to know, how was the set at the Funko movie?
Yeah. It was just a picture from one of the Fanatics Day out. I think it was in Boston or no, Maryland.
That's cool. Look at Smitty. Smitty, I'm gonna let you take over. I want you to ask some questions because you know this. You know her way better than I do. I'm gonna let you take over.
I think he could play like 20 questions right now.
Go ahead, Smitty.
Here
Question
we
one.
No, I mean, well, it was kind of funny because they were messing with me being so new to it, and then messing with her, because the movie had just come out and stuff. So it was like, they're like, "Oh, do you know you're in the presence of, celebrity?" I'm like, "Who? What? Huh?"
Yeah, no,
Keep
it
going,
wasn't
keep
even
going.
anything serious.
So Liz says, don't go to a comic Smitty unless you want to stand on long lines and deep dive into collection life.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty much anyone you go to a con with that's a nerd like us.
Yeah.
I mean, my
Yeah.
ex-wife used to hate coming, sitting through panels and walking the floor 800 times hoping to find something you really want. But
Yeah, no, I can't do all of that. No. I hate the lines. I hate the panels. I don't know why I go to con, to be honest with you. I just go to go.
You go for the friendship, the camaraderie. You go for the other side of the convention. The other thing.
Basically.
I'm just a basic convoy then. So, okay.
I mean, no, I'm the same way, Bob. I mean, I like to go to conventions. For me, I go to a convention. I have friends that usually will go. I'm more now going for more of the reporting aspect, like the press side of it, than I am really going to like enjoy it, which is more of a secondary thing. Like when I went to GalaxyCon, that was with my wife and my other daughter, Lana. We went, and the first time we went, that was like one of the times I did press for the convention where like I actually went around, recorded stuff. The year before that I did that to a lesser degree. And any conventions I haven't, obviously COVID hit, so we haven't hit any cons. But this year I'll be going to like Heroes Con here in Charlotte, and that's like an artist driven convention, and I'll be doing some press with people there as well. So I, like you said, like everybody has a different reason to want to go. It's just a matter of like,
yeah, no, for sure.
What your interests are,
And Liz is right. She's been going to cons much longer than I have, and that's why she always goes with her friend Greg, because I have things I want to go for, either collectibles I'm trying for or autographs I'm trying for. And if I'm in an autograph line, yes, I end up being in line for a long time because I end up having to go early to get a good spot in the line, and then you're waiting, and
it's all worth it in the end. I mean,
so
as long as you enjoy it for your reasons, that's all that matters.
Oh, of course, 100%. I mean, like, it was my friend Nicole. This was 2017. We went, or 2018, I can't remember. We went to GalaxyCon, and we went because Kevin Conroy, the voice of Batman, I got to meet him, and I brought my Funko Pop Batman animated series, and he signed it. And I geeked out in the line. Now my boy, Big Chris, he's been on a couple of YouTube videos on my old channel. He, who's a nerd like us, big time, did not want to wait in line. He was like huffing and puffing. I'm like, Chris, what's the matter, bro? He's like, it's boring. I'm like, bro, you're at a convention. How could this be boring? Like, there's something for you to do. I said, yeah, we waited in line for an hour. Hell, I waited in line for 2 hours to get a picture with the Pink Ranger. You know, and again, that's just me. So everybody has a reason why they go. Autographs, collectibles, whatever it can be.
But
and this is where I get my revenge on Liz. That girl can fangirl out like no one.
I know she can.
Tongue-tied. She won't be able to speak. I've had to speak to the celebrity on her behalf.
Hey, don't judge, all right?
I don't. I do it gladly to help
come say hi?
her get what she's after.
Come here.
But
she knows I love her. She knows you
still passing judgment over there.
I went and got her and her boy Greg, celebrity photos and autograph sessions that.
Yeah, I would tread carefully.
Yeah, that's going to be an apology gift coming soon. Be expecting an apology gift, Liz.
I speak the truth.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
But I mean, as far as cons go, the best training ground for waiting in long lines, Disney World. You talk about waiting. You talk about waiting in a long ass line to meet a celebrity. You're waiting in Disney World for an hour and a half, 2 hours for a 2-minute ride.
Yep.
So it's perfect training ground. I'm just saying. I don't mind waiting in.
Hell, think of the photo ops you wait for. You wait to go take a picture with Donald Duck, and you're an adult. You're waiting like 2 hours, but you're like, hey, it's a guy in a suit. I'm gonna wait with him.
I mean, I waited 6 hours for Norman Reedus, and I have nothing to show for it because my ex-wife took the autograph.
Oh,
but it's all right though because I'm replacing it. Then it's the dark parlor.
Nice. Mine took my Bishojo Psylocke statue.
But yeah, I mean,
$500 statue.
That was a 6 hour wait. 6 hours, not like an hour, not 45 minutes. It was 6 long ass hours. Just for the chance. I mean, talking about, we're going to cap the line at some point, and you may not even get in. I'm like, I'm fucking waiting. I don't care.
Yeah. Yeah, no. Could never do it.
I think everybody does.
The only reason I would ever wait in line for something like that is if, like, I'm potentially going to marry the person. If I can marry the celebrity.
Oh.
Wait, I gotta make her laugh. I'm gonna make her laugh. Okay. So, Yessie, my best friend, she's my sister. I love her to death. Shout out to Nicole. I know you actually watch my videos, so you're gonna hear this. I'm gonna bring it up. Several years ago, I got her back into liking wrestling, and we got into Bullet Club, which is a faction in Japan, in New Japan Pro Wrestling.
Yeah. I know.
Oh, I didn't know. Hey, it's cool. Marty Scurll, the villain. Hey, I'd rather assume and be corrected than not assume. So, she met Marty Scurll. We were at an event here in North Carolina, and like at the break, because they were doing TV tapings, Marty decided to open up for free doing autograph signings and taking pictures.
Mm-hmm.
She was like, Dre, we got to get a picture with him. And I'm like, okay. I waited in line like 20 minutes. Marty comes up to her. Dude, my best friend did not know what to say. She looked at him and she was like, and I was like, hi, this is Nicole. Go ahead. And she's like, "You're an amazing wrestler." And he's like, he grabbed her, like puts his arm around her, gives her a hug. She was like, and she started crying afterwards. I was like, "Yo, bro, too sweet." I too sweeted him. Got my picture, and she was like, "Trey, this is the best moment." And I'm like, it's Morty's girl. I'm like, it's cool. I mean, I granted I fanboyed out when I met the Young Bucks, and I got to like talk with them and get pictures with them, and they're awesome dudes. So it's funny to see that in life when you see people that are like they have that fanboy moment, where you're like,
yeah,
like I can't help it, my mouth hit the floor. Ghosty, that needs to become a pin and a T-shirt, which I will get. Make that a T-shirt. That has to be right. Yes,
the
tell me
one
that
time
would be
I
cool.
What?
NWO style Ghosty Club.
Yeah.
Oh God! Don't give him any ideas.
Make it happen, Ghosty. Make it happen. I'll collab with you.
Hey, listen. Wait. First of all, you can't talk to Ghosty. You need to talk to me because I'm the manager. All right.
Yeah.
Get it right.
He said that earlier in the chat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He forgot all about that part.
So when did you fangirl out?
Yeah. I want to know.
I want to know.
When I met J.H. Williams III, he did a lot of the illustrations for early Batwoman. And I loved his illustration. I love his illustrations. He did Sandman. He did Batwoman. I absolutely adored him.
Did you tell me you want to marry him?
No, but I made him pose with a Two-Face pop.
Hey, respect. It's like you're gonna pose with this and me, and you're gonna like it. Yeah, definitely. I like that. That's confidence, man.
Yeah. I actually fanboyed out for Guy Gilchrist.
I don't know who Guy Gilchrist is. Tell me.
What?
I might know that. I might know the person, just not know the name.
He did a lot of stuff with the Muppets and Jim Henson.
Well, randomly, this is kind of funny that I'm going to mention this. We're actually going to be getting here later this summer. A gentleman that worked on the creative team for Dora the Explorer. So I'm excited because my daughter, the little one,
daughter.
You want to see that? You want to see everybody? No? Mommy got blue on the TV over there. I love you. Yeah, I'm sorry. She's super cute. I love her today. Oh, you saying bye-bye?
Bye-bye.
They say bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
She's too cute. She's not feeling well. She's got like a very, we don't know if it's allergies or a sinus infection, but she's just really so she sounds like very congested, but she's still cute as hell.
Join the crowd.
I know. I was like that today, dude. I woke up. I was up with her all night last night from like 1:30 in the morning till about 5:30, and my wife didn't even go to work today because I fell asleep upstairs. And next thing I know, I wake up and it's sunlight's real bright outside. I'm like, so I run downstairs. I made her laugh with this. I said, "Why are you here?" She's like, "You fell asleep." I'm like, "But you're supposed to be at work." She's like, "You were up with the baby all night. Lana doesn't feel well. The baby doesn't feel well. It's okay." I was like, "Okay, I'm gonna have coffee now." But I had like that like the crazy dad moment of like, "Oh my God, nobody's doing what they're supposed to be doing," because I was so out of it. So yes. So I know that you're on Instagram. Why don't you tell us some of your socials? Where can we find you if we want to follow some of the crazy antics that you are a part of?
Honestly, just Instagram. I do have Twitter. I do have Facebook. My Facebook doesn't attach to anything. It's more like family crap, I guess. But Twitter and Instagram is PurpleMZ24, and TikTok the same. Honestly, wherever you see that handle, it's more than likely me.
Nice. So if you want to have discussions with her about Batwoman, because there are a lot of great things about Batwoman you can discuss, especially with actually this week they're dropping the new Batwoman book, where it's supposed to be based on the Janica character from the TV show. So we're going to be getting her as the titular character, and one of the variant covers is actually her. From the TV show. Yeah, from the TV show in the full regalia. So that's already on my pull list because I was like, I needed to see that. I was like, I'm a Bat Family fan. I got into the comic books for a long time, but I definitely thought, like, if you haven't known, that's one to definitely check out. I might do a little review on it, and I'll post a picture to Instagram and tag you in it so you can see it, because there was some very cool stuff about it. We also, guys, you can follow her and see her on Boozin' Buddies, because she is one of the mods with the mostest on there. She will run you out of town if you act up too much, but she also will have a lot of fun and make you laugh at some of the stupid jokes that people say, including some of the jokes that she says, which are really damn funny. So, yeah,
and
you gotta love it.
I'm also doing Sunday brunch with Priscilla Alte. We just started that. So we're doing like a short little just chit chat, a little bit more like female artist oriented, and trying to just kind of bring more light to that side and have them come join us and talk about art and whatever else we decide to talk about that day.
Is that also on IG as well?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Oh, nice. I gotta check that. And that's on Sundays?
Yeah, typically like Sunday around like 11 Eastern.
11 Eastern?
Maybe 12.
That's what we're trying for. You know, you got two Spanish people, you get Spanish people time.
Alex and I said it. There's Puerto Rican time, and then there's everybody else's time. You know, like you tell us that gives us like a couple of hours of time. That's why these guys laugh at me. They're like, "Oh wait, you showed up on time." Yeah, I did on my time.
Well, see, I'm Puerto Rican and she's Mexican, so it's Spanish people time.
Hey, Boricuas. Hey.
I mess with her only because this past Sunday was their first episode. They were an hour late.
No, you were an hour early.
Yeah, exactly. You were just early.
I had my phone ready. It was 11. I was like, "Where are they?" And then I get a notice at 12. Hey, we're going live.
Have you not seen her already? She don't let her snap on you, bro. She'll be like, "Yo, you talking shit? She's gonna come back and get you."
She knows.
I know you busting chops. That's what we do.
She gives me so much. She gives it back to me. Believe me. She messes with me in the pregame for Boozin' Buddies.
That's awesome. That's what we like. And also, folks, Boozin' Buddies is on Fridays at 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. Tune into that stream if you want to purchase some art from these great artists. Just want to shoot the shit and just hang out. They're a great welcoming channel to come to. You check them out. It's usually run through the Playful Gorillas IG. Shout out to Alex and Fett. Shout out to Fett. These are some great guys. They do some awesome work. Evil Ghosty, did not forget you. Shout out to you as well. And yeah, we're going to end up wrapping up tonight, man. It was great having you on, Yessie. I look forward to bringing you back.
Thank you, guys.
And hey, maybe, if your show gets rather prominent, maybe you and Priscilla will come on here and we'll talk to you both about, this show that you guys started. May have to wait a little bit. That's awesome. See, I like that. So from myself, from Smitty and King Bob, y'all be awesome. Have a great night. Watch your head on the way out. And as always, my friends, stay geeky. Peace, y'all.